What if Star Trek was a black and white?
Draw it just cards to stick in front of the camera.
There we go.
And
Okay.
Now we got it. Alright, this guy's
Sorry, everyone. So, welcome. Thanks for coming to Star Trek Payette. I'm Tim, the GM Tim, and I'll be running tonight. And then we've got our players. So, can we get an introduction, please? Let's start with you today.
Sure. My name's Leah, and I'm playing Vary Yesikov, the Chief Security Officer on USS Payette. For the last couple of days, I've just been chilling in my quarters, probably doing some training exercises on the holodeck.
Nice.
I'm Stefan. I'm playing Lieutenant Sofek, a Vulcan science officer. He has spent the last few days on the station researching the anomalies in the nearby Shakleton Expanse.
Nice.
I'm Commander Devin Zani, captain of the USS Payette. I'm a Beta Z. So for the past couple of days, to keep my brain in check, I've stayed away from everyone. Basically working on his hobby because I used to be a flyboy. So I've been just working on a little shuttle ship of my own design. I also have Lieutenant Walsh, who's our actual con officer. He's a Scottish man. And he's been where he likes to be, at the bar.
At the bar.
I'm Gopal Sadil. I'm playing Lieutenant Gurkhan of House Mata. I'm the chief engineer aboard the USS Payette, Klingon on the Officer Exchange Program. And over the last few days, my character's been studying the readouts from that power core of the asteroid that we were on, trying to see what type of shielding was on it to prevent people feet away from that power core from dying and being exposed to radiation, and seeing if it's possible to adapt to probes or something.
Cool, I like. For anyone who's watched before, you can see that things look a little bit different. We're on a different setup, and someone actually figured out how to use OBS properly, so it should look a little bit more professional. That's the theory, anyways. Whether or not that actually happens is a whole other scenario, but
Well,
whatever.
At least we look professional.
And we sound better because we've got our mic going. So if it's
Yeah.
if it's loud or if it's too quiet, let us know in the chat and we can fix it. Okay, so let's kick off. I'm gonna roll to see who's gonna give us a recap.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, and actually I'm gonna roll a d20 because I can divide by 4. All right, Gurkhan, can you give us a recap of the last couple missions, because it was kind of like its own little episode, part 1, part 2.
Yes. So our last mission, we were starting into our exploration of the Shakleton Expanse, and we discovered this strange anomalous signal was it a binary star system?
Yeah.
And whatever the radiation was coming off of that system was acting almost like a cloaking field. We also noticed that there was an asteroid that we couldn't quite get a good read on, but we found what looked like structures on board.
Yeah.
We decided to take a shuttle down and land, at which point our captain decided to show off, and we got shot out of the sky.
Used to be a flyboy, doesn't get to fly that much anymore.
You did. I
A little
Yeah,
rusty.
forgot about that.
Caused my character to take some damage on the way down and vomit profusely.
Well, that's just fun, isn't it? That's like
A Klingon vomiting. Oof. We then realized that it was some sort of dilithium mining, was what we initially thought. Started searching around. The system was all shut down and automated.
yeah.
In our search of the area, we discovered what initially I thought was a hollow chamber that was massive. Turns out it really wasn't. It was actually the inside of the asteroid was hollow and had the appearance of an outside region. At which point, the captain and first officer Yasikov decided to go explore while I tried to get the power systems running, and Lieutenant Junior Grade Sofek decided he was going to read the consoles and try to translate the language.
Nice.
The captain and Yasikov got captured by Romulans,
Proto-Romulans.
and our ensign Beagle got captured by a Romulan, who I talked him through fighting him.
And Beagle did pretty good.
We found his ship, and we realized that this was a staging point for potential invasion of human space.
Right, but do you remember kind of the key component about it? How far back did this go?
Before the Federation even existed.
Yeah, so this was a staging point for like it was a like early Romulan Earth War.
Yeah.
In my attempts to power up the core, I might have damaged it, or it was damaged to begin with and started a countdown. At which point we also realized that the suns were about to go supernova as well, and that was the radiation. Without a ship, we desperately attempted to get our way off this rock, which we succeeded, rescuing a number of the Romulans. I had commandeered their ship, named myself captain.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And we escaped with a number of Romulans, their vessel, and all of our crew intact, minus one shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
We also returned the Romulans to Romulan hands. Yeah.
Nice.
Or at least to someone else's hands.
We gave them back to a commander that we know, who shall remain nameless. Melvin.
She was pretty impressed, actually. Yeah.
For once.
Okay, so for anyone watching, the kind of like time frame that we're playing in is late 2370. So season 2 of DS9 and season 5-ish, 6-ish of Next Gen, somewhere in there. So if you want to kind of like follow along, we do kind of like try and tie in canon because it's Star Trek and it's fun. Okay, so you guys have been assigned to do a convoy. So a new species you've met called the Alderans are in the Expanse, and there are multiple ships throughout the Expanse from the Federation. You're not the only one. You guys kind of have a wing, right? So there's also we're taking right from the game. So there's the USS Thunderchild and the Livingston, and they're kind of like doing their own stuff right out into the Expanse as well, right? One of them has made contact with this species that has started to do warp travel and is starting to set up outposts on new systems. So we're trying to assist as like sort of convoy protection because they've been reporting that pirates have been attacking them. So you guys are to maintain the Prime Directive as always. Mm-hmm. So you'll all get your determination for that, and in this case, that will mean that you've got to make sure that while we're assisting these people who are warp capable, your tech still outmatches theirs. So you've got to be cautious about how much you share, basically. The other thing that you're going to get for determination tonight is you're all going to get a point of determination for Protect the Convoy. So I will start with my 8. And
what might be interesting for the viewers to know as well is during our test run of our current ship, we actually encountered what we believe to be scavengers, pirates, attacking a freighter. We managed to scare them off back into the Expanse, but we didn't really know who they were.
Their technology was less than ours, but they were packing more of a punch than we were. So.
Do you remember why, though?
New weapon technology, or like they weren't using photons, they were using something else.
Mm-hmm. But they were also using tech that they'd scavenged from a bunch of the other major...
Right.
Some of which we knew of, some of which we didn't.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Captain, you are on convoy duty. You guys are protecting 3 convoy ships. Max speed is warp 2.
Okay. It's probably important. So are we around like a system that we're moving them to? Like we're rendezvousing with them, I assume.
You rendezvous at the Alderan system, and you're going to be taking them to one of the systems that's a few light years away.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be a few light years would actually take a long time. It's not far, basically. So game style, we're not far.
Right.
So it should take a couple days to get there.
Okay.
So maybe warp 2 might be too slow, but that's okay. We're keeping it because Star Trek.
Yeah.
They can change if
Why
they can
not?
change warp speeds between the how many different series, then we can do it too.
Well,
Yeah, right.
fine.
Okay, so as you guys are about halfway through the first day, maybe all the way through the first day, late that night you get reading from Walsh. Captain, the lead convoy. I'm going not even Scottish. The lead convoy ship captain.
You're going East Indian. That's my
Yeah, I don't
favorite.
even know what that is. All right.
Walsh is from a weird part of Scotland.
Walsh is
Scott,
correct,
India.
Yeah.
Scott India.
Skindia.
Scott India. Sounds like Schenectady.
He's from Brooklyn. He doesn't know what his accent is.
Hey, Captain, listen. No, so Walsh gets a hold of you, Captain. One of the lead convoy ship has dropped out of warp. They're it's experiencing engine problems. We've dropped out of warp to match.
Okay. So I assume I would have been in my new reading room since the last one got blown up. By,
Yeah, you don't have a reading
Aaron.
room yet.
No?
Actually, no. Walsh, Gurkhan is working on it, but it's definitely going to take more than a couple days. And it wasn't worth warranting you guys going back to space dock because it's just your reading room.
I had some cool stuff in there. In either case, so was I off shift?
Yeah,
Okay. So that means they're off shift as well.
correct.
Cool. So they're experiencing engine difficulties. I will. All right. Thanks for letting me know, Walsh. We'll be to the bridge in a second. Drop out of warp. Make sure the convoy drops out of warp, and we'll see how we can assist.
Hi, Captain.
On my way.
Okay, you three are called up as well.
Oh, always in the middle of night.
Always in the middle of night. And you arrive on the bridge, and you do see the lead convoy ship on the main viewer. Walsh goes, as you can see, Captain, the lead convoy ship is lost. It's trailing plasma.
Have we established contact?
No, they're not responding.
Oh, so we've held them, but they're not responding.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna make it more difficult.
You see a couple of the other captains on like the split screen on your main viewer.
Yeah, nobody has a. Oh, captains.
Captain.
That's a nice deep voice over there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm just going with it though.
Okay. All right. Has anyone been able to establish contact with the ship?
Not yet.
Okay. Yesikov.
Yes, sir.
They don't have subspace. Keep that in mind, right? So they're
Communications.
Still, yeah.
So they're on like radio.
Kind of, yeah.
Cool. Well, I'd recommend bringing. I like your advice, but I'd recommend bringing the ships into a tighter formation so that we can see the damage on the ship. Thoughts?
No, I believe that is a good idea, yes.
Good. You're on the bridge too.
Yeah.
Gurkhan, do you have an initial idea of what might be the problem?
Technology is much lower than ours. Could be anything from a blown power coupler to a disconnected fuel line. I'll get an engineering team ready, Captain.
However, Captain, if we are bringing the ships closer together, if the ship is in threat of explosion, maybe we should check for that first?
We'll keep them in. I want to keep the two other ships within a protective range so that we.
Captain, might I recommend a tight beam sensor scan beforehand?
So, Fick, that's why you're on the bridge. Give her a go.
Yeah, I'm going to scan the vessel to try and determine where the problem is and if there's danger of it going exploding in that
Sure.
place.
Alright, and I'll support with
Going
the
exploding.
sensors and
The logical
science or
function.
engineering.
In this
It's a
case, you're
technical
scanning to
term.
see what the problem is, so
So
probably
engineering.
engineering.
Ship does not support.
It's a good start.
The reason
Did you bring your D&D dice again?
for
I
scanning?
don't have D&D dice.
Yeah, reason science.
Nice.
Ooh, that'd be
I'm
good.
going to use my technical expertise to let you re-roll the ship dice.
That's a success.
Very good.
3 successes.
Okay.
Plus the ship. So 4.
So
total.
4. So that'll be 2 momentum. So the main problem seems to be that their equivalent of an EPS conduit is blown right along the communications array.
So So we can't communicate with them, but there's no danger of the ship blowing up. It's just mainly a communications issue.
And
Well, and war.
And,
I'm gonna gather information. Does
Yes.
it seem like it is easily fixable?
From these scans, it's easily fixable. No, wait. It's simple to fix. It's not easy to fix in space. So it will require time.
Does it look like our EPS systems would be able to jury-rig in there if they don't have spares?
Are you asking another question?
With my ability, yes.
Damn it! No, well, it could, but you'd have to be very careful, and you might not want to, like, Gurkhan might have to leave an engineering officer stationed there, kind of like Romulans with a cloaking device.
Yeah, and then remove it once we get to destination.
Exactly.
Gurkhan, would we be able to replicate the parts needed so that we don't have to cross technologies? I'd rather avoid that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't see why not, Captain. I mean, we can, as long as we have the part to replicate, we just take one of theirs and copy it.
That's never good.
Okay. So as you finish answering that, the whole ship rocks.
Oh no.
I actually want to get us though. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah.
You gotta say, it's shimmy.
It's shimmy.
Left.
Left. I think
Shimmy, shake, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Yeah.
we might end up doing that, just so you know. Okay, so the whole ship you hear this just loud, like, crack, like, and it sounds, do you remember that earthquake we had a couple of years ago, and it just sounded like a freight train or a truck hit your building?
Oh.
Okay.
Helpful.
I've seen a train hit a truck hit a
Fair.
building.
So it's
Yeah,
just
we
this,
got that.
you just hear this loud bang, and the inertial dampeners can't keep up on time. They can't kick in fast enough because of the amount of just force that was exerted, and the whole ship just kind of like rocks.
Our ship or
Your ship.
Red alert!
It's gonna take 1, 2, 3, 6 damage,
Alright, so that's shield.
9 altogether.
Would
Does
we
the
have had the
captain
shields
turn
up
on red
though?
alert?
No.
You would
Yes.
not have had the
Okay.
shield.
So, first of all, with the
this-
breach,
just
Okay.
click a button and
then -4 for our scale. That's the second breach. So we got 2 breaches.
Not good.
So go ahead and roll them.
Mother.
Tim, 2d20s.
We took 6 damage and 2 breaches?
No, wait.
You get a breach immediately with no shields up and taking 1 point of damage.
Ooh.
That's true.
And then we took more than 5 points of damage, 5 or more. That's the second.
But we
breach.
removed 4 from our size, right?
You
our
get 9
resistance.
damage.
I got 9
minus
damage.
4,
Oh, yeah.
5 total.
Yes.
So the first
Okay,
one
so
was
the
yours.
first one is a 12.
12, which is our structure, takes a hit.
And the second one is an 8.
8, which is our sensors, take a hit. Need to go to racer after this.
Got one.
I also got a good one too.
You know what?
Okay, so
shields up, Captain.
yeah, so everything goes up automatically, like it's like that, and on your panel and on Walsh's is flashing proximity alert.
We have ships in proximity, sir.
Are we sure they're ships or is it debris or something? Did we get hit or did we get shot? Sofek, find out.
I'm walking my way down to engineering.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do a wide beam scan then.
Okay.
Just immediate area around the ship.
Yeah. And I will let you add. Do you want to try and assist?
Yeah.
Because you're on the station that would have that sensor readout.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
Shipboard
ship can
tactical
also
systems.
assist.
Shipboard tactical systems.
And this one's going to be sensor security for this one?
I need him to make the call. It
Alright.
wouldn't be security though. It would be.
Sensors. Probably con? No, that's movement. Engineering or science at this
It'd be
point.
science.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
What would I be using?
You're using shipboard systems.
You went
Okay.
a little beagle on
So,
Did I?
sorry, what abilities would I be using?
He pipes in.
Reasons.
Is everything okay up there? Okay.
Yeah, you'd be
Yeah,
using reason
reason
time.
and actually she would be using reason and security because she's on the security station.
Okay.
that. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 7 plus 5 is 12. is 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. There is definitely no
I'm gonna
ship,
reroll that.
It is no
it is-
ship, Captain.
and there's no debris. It's nothing physical at all. There's nothing on your readout except for your ship and the 3 other ones.
I have
3
nothing,
successes
sir.
for me.
3 successes. Okay, and explain what you were looking for specifically. Wide beam of anything.
Yeah, basically just seeing if there's anything close, any debris, mines. See
Okay.
if there's something like that.
So as you
Essentially, yeah, anything that doesn't look like normal background cosmic radiation.
cool. So as your readouts start to come up, you're starting to see these really weird readouts. There's nothing physical. It looks more like waves and like lines flowing along the sensor readout, and it doesn't seem to be going around the ship. It seems to be going kind of like this through the almost looks like river eddies through this part of space.
Captain, I'm detecting possible spatial anomalies.
How many successes did you have?
3.
3. So you can have 1 momentum if you'd like to spend it.
Do I know what kind of, I guess, radiation or kind of any particles or anything that's being detected?
Is that what you want to gather information for?
Yes.
It looks like they're dark matter eddies.
Apart from the initial hit, does it seem like they're affecting the hull? Are they continually bombarding the hull?
No, it looks kind of like as the ship sat, one of the eddies shifted in and ran into the ship, and it kind of looks like the best way to explain it. You know when you're walking down when you're walking down like a dark alleyway and you walk right through that one spider web that always hits just that line. It's like, oh god, and it stops you in your tracks.
Yeah.
And even if you just took 1 step, it's just enough to wrap it around your head. Same kind of concept.
You gotta roll a die because you took a hit to our structure. No, a damage die. Okay. If you rolled an effect, 1 random person at the station would have been killed.
Whoa.
The station explodes.
Oh, so what station exploded?
None,
None.
thankfully.
Luckily,
rolled
you
an
didn't
effect.
roll high enough.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay.
They ran, Beetle, no!
Oh.
That's just his last words. No.
Oh, nuts. Yeah, no. So it looks like dark matter streams almost, and it looks like one of them ran into the ship. And if it did that much damage to your ship, that's probably what the convoy hit.
Answered my question so fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like
Slightly.
we've appeared to have impacted in some sort of, or rather, a dark matter stream has impacted us. To be more accurate, Captain, it could also explain what happened to the freighter.
Are we in any immediate threat at the moment?
Not at this time. I will work on the sensors to adjust them to help predict potential dark matter changes.
Very well. We still have the issue of our.
Mm-hmm.
We still have the issue of our convoy being effectively dead in space at the moment. We'll have to make repairs. Perhaps. No, I don't like that idea. Let's. For starters, I'll open a channel to the 2 freighters at the moment. I'd like to let them know what's happening so that we can help them to avoid any such damage. 1 damage ship is enough.
So do you want to like maybe?
Conference call them.
Yeah, they're on the screen with you.
Oh, they're still on the
Yeah.
screen. We didn't. Okay. Well, let's cut it. I'll explain to them what we just talked about.
Okay.
And then, Sofek, can you relay with the captains to assist them in navigation? Create like a stream
Of course,
of information so they can avoid the dark matter.
I will also send the necessary information to Lieutenant Walsh so he may also avoid them.
So I do need a sensor roll for you because your sensors were part of the ship that was damaged.
Okay.
So they should be at a. Is it less? What happens when they're breached?
Ship canisters.
So the ship can't assist anymore. Okay.
Okay, and so you
There's-
didn't get
there's
a
no
success
automatic
anyways.
part to this. There's no automatic part to this scanning.
Right. Okay. So everything's got to be done manually, which means Walsh might be having to manually input directions too.
Hey, Captain. It's been a while since I've done the tactile thing.
Okay. So there's a couple things you can do. So how do you want to set these guys up? Do you want to have them like just pull into the... You could probably pull them in and maybe like wrap your shields around them. You could even shift yourself a little bit closer to the other one, or maybe even tractor it closer to you.
Brings me to actually a follow-up question. How big are these ships compared to ours?
They're fairly close in size. Like
Okay.
the Steamrunner's not huge, right?
Yeah.
You're what, a silhouette 4?
Think so.
Scale.
Scale
Scale
4,
four?
sorry.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't
these
see
things
them
would be
having
like between a
very
2 and a
large.
3,
Yeah.
right on
Yeah.
that range, right? They're probably a little bit bigger than a Saber class, say, but
They're
not even close to.
Yeah,
big
they're not
enough.
really technologically advanced to probably
No.
get the big ships.
And they're kind of
Nova.
like those. They're kind of like those. Like in every next gen and DS9 episode where they needed a freighter, it was always that same one, that tube box,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of what they look like.
So, captains, if you could pull into the aft of our ship within, I don't know a distance for shields,
Enough to wrap the shield.
wrap the shields around them,
Yeah.
and follow us, and then we'll make our way to see if we can assist the other ship. We can't go to warp, obviously, so this is going to be a little bit slower, but we'll get there. I'm going to cut the other captains off.
Okay.
Just coordinate with them. And then Gurkhan's in the engine room.
Gurkhan in the house.
I'm in the
What?
engineering.
What?
Mhm.
So sorry.
I already have engineering teams moving up.
Perfect. But we're also going to need to fix our freighter friends. Do you have a team that we might have to just send them over?
I'll do it myself, Captain.
Good. Assemble a team in a transporter in the transporter room. No, I need you on sensors. Your allies. Yeah, just assemble a team in the transporter room so we can get that done as quickly as possible.
I missed it. You now hear a request from me.
Years ago.
Request a security officer to join us away on our away mission.
Yes, I will meet you in the transporter room as soon as possible.
Excellent.
Okay. So Beagle takes your station at Con.
Yeah. Don't press this button.
Why not?
Don't. What did I tell you?
But why would you
Just-
tell me that and then put a button that says red button don't touch? Why would you do that?
It's just tape over a button
I
that says
just-
Gurkhan's death block.
After last time, I feel like I need to tell you this.
Okay, I'll just reconfigure without the button.
No button.
No button.
All right.
And he sets a reconfiguration you see, and it literally says on the top, Beagle's reconfiguration, no button. And your red button, whatever it does, is gone.
Okay. All right.
What was the button? What did it do?
Probably torpedoes.
Yeah, torpedoes.
Torpedoes?
I'm gonna go with torpedoes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And
It's an
I.
instant auto target nearest vessel explode.
Yeah. Gurkhan put it there because I miss so often that he's just like, just push this one.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
It fires our entire complement of torpedoes at a single target.
Yeah.
All 100 torpedoes.
Yeah. It's the
picked the
Gurkhan
wrong ship.
initiative.
The Gurkhan initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
I'm going to assume
I go
that I
down to
don't
the
know
tail.
about
Yeah.
this
Oh,
button.
I'm definitely going to assume you don't know
Yeah.
about that button.
Yeah.
They haven't tested it yet.
Yeah.
It's still in theoretical stages.
I'll go
Walsh,
down
they
to the
really
Walsh
wanna-
definitely knows about that button. Though.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right, yeah, we'll get right in range and we'll just shoot it all at him, all one go.
Yeah.
It'll be great. Captain won't know what happened.
You'd have to warp out to get out of the
Yeah.
blast. Once it's
Captain doesn't need to know what happened. All he
Base
needs to
action,
know
fire
his ship is no
torpedo.
longer there.
I said a torpedo.
Okay.
Anyways,
All right. So we're gonna. So you've got the engineering team is going to the ship, the freighter.
Mm-hmm. And I'm joining that team.
Okay, with Gurkhan and Yazikov.
Am I going with you?
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm going to reconfigure the shield emitters to cover the other ships. Because I imagine that's not a quick boop, press of the button.
Yeah. No, it takes a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You always
go
have
big.
a button.
she'll go big.
Should should always have a button.
And what are you and Walsh doing?
In this case, I think I've got computer expertise enough. I'm gonna, while he's working on those, I'll take over, with Walsh trying to, because we both have navigation, trying to map the dark matter eddies, so we can predict where we need to flow, or at least how they flow.
Awesome.
That's the sound of the ship making right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, the ship is. I don't know if
Smack.
anyone can hear it out there, but here we have a pipe just kind of ticking away. So, okay. So let's do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4.
Yay.
Okay, so effect. So you are working on reconfiguring the shields, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the officer at con right now, what's their name?
It's Beagle.
No, Beagle's at security.
Oh, he's security?
Yeah.
And tactical.
Isn't Walsh?
Is Walsh
Yeah,
at con? Do we only have one at the front? I thought we had two.
No, we had two.
Walsh
Walsh
is
was
helm.
at the
Helm.
helm, not the con. The con will
Ensign
be
Selkirk.
Ensign Selkirk.
Did you get that from the sign?
What's that?
Yeah. So we take. We get our NPCs from movie posters. GM pro tip.
Yeah.
So it could have been worse. It could have been Ensign Miniatures game.
I was looking.
Ensign
Ensign
Metcon.
Primaris.
Primaris. I will have
It's
something.
a totally normal name.
I will have something called the Primaris
Yeah.
for you.
Primaris Directive above the Prime Directive.
Yeah.
It's somewhere between the Prime Directive and the Omega Directive.
Wah, wah.
Congratulations, Sam.
Thanks.
You got the first womp womp.
Yes.
I think I've had most of them, thank you.
Yeah.
Primaris. Okay. So. Okay, so you're reconfiguring the shield emitters to encapsulate all 3 ships, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So can I please have a reason in science? Actually, no. You know what? It's going to be a control and science. Or, yeah, I'll give you control and science. I'll let you do science. Because you're physically manipulating the. Are you going to use a momentum to get?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
One extra dice.
Sure. There you go. Oh, actually, you know what? I won't even let you. You can actually pick your color.
Okay.
All right.
The control science. All right. 3 successes because I don't really have any focuses that would. Yeah.
What's your control and science combo? What's the number?
15.
3 successes. Okay.
Good lord.
But yeah, focuses because
Control,
it wouldn't
science,
fall under
Vulcan?
computers.
Who knew?
I guess yeah. What would shield changes? I would have to have
Shipboard
focus in
engineering,
shielding.
In this case, I would be shipboard systems is what I would go for.
Nope, don't have it.
Yeah. So like Yazikov has shipboard systems tactical, right? So that's why she was able to use that one.
Yeah. So no, just 3 successes.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a momentum. Can you guys do me a favor? I need to be telling you what the difficulty of the checks are, and I keep forgetting because I'm not used to that. It's different with this system. And the reason I need to tell you in advance what the difficulty is because you need to have the option to buy momentum before you roll. And you can't do that if you don't know what the difficulty is.
Fair enough.
Fair.
You can get an idea of it, but I thought, you know what? It's not like D&D where you need to worry about an AC, so I'm just going to... Yeah. Okay. So you have a momentum, and the ships have started to they kind of move in. You use your Do you use your tractor, or do you shift over?
I think we were just shifting over closer to
You
the
shift over
stricken
closer
vessel.
to it.
Yeah, my character would recommend not using a tractor beam because we don't know what type of structural damage is on that ship.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So you guys drift over a little bit. You encapsule you wrap the shields around all 4 ships now. It does that really kind of like, and it just kind of like does a cool like image glow that always happens in Star Trek. I love it.
Not at full strength, I'm imagining.
No, exactly. So that was my next thing. Your shields are at half strength at this distance.
But it's enough to still repel dark matter? Right? So we don't even know that.
You don't even know that. You haven't gotten that far.
And
Yeah.
hopefully be enough just so we don't, blow out in a cell.
Right?
Whoopsie.
Okay.
Scrap?
The first
Can we
thing
have
my
another
character's gonna
ship?
do before you leave the the ship
Yeah.
is I'm going to send a report to Lieutenant Sofek
Yeah.
about my adjustments that I might have made to the structural integrity field of the ship itself to deal with these eddies. Like I might have boosted the structural integrity field by lowering sensor range or something like that.
Okay. What are you doing then?
I'm actually going to lower the phaser bank's power output to increase our structural integrity field on the section that possibly was damaged. So our phasers, I'm going to say, are going to be weaker, but our ship can hold together slightly a bit better. And I was just like, yeah, we took a direct hit without shields up. We don't know what type of damage is out there. I'm going to temporarily magnetize the hull together while the welding crew gets out there.
Magnetize the hull. I like that. All right. You coupled the decouplers.
Yes.
Okay.
I unplugged the warp core and plugged it back in.
So why don't you give me a control and engineering in that case then, please?
Okay, and the difficulty.
Actually, you know what? Actually, make an insight and engineering,
Okay.
because you're coming up with new ideas to. Yeah, you're coming up with new ideas to
That would
try
be
and
daring then.
daring. I thought that was physical action. Then.
No, daring is that's fitness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, daring is literally thinking on the fly.
All right, daring it is.
Yeah,
Daring
insight
and
is what
engineering.
he does when you're angry at me.
Right.
Which
Yes.
is easy for him to do because everyone's angry at him.
You're right.
Weird.
They are.
Sofek isn't angry at me.
But,
He doesn't experience that emotion.
Yeah.
You take that back.
He just gets extra terse.
You
Got
watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
What's the difficulty?
It is going to be a difficulty 3.
You take it. Not enough.
How many did you get? 2.
No crits there.
Okay. So it doesn't do it a lot, but I will let you move 1 point. So your phasers will do 1 less damage, and you will have.
Yeah, so we'll count as weapons 9, structure 10.
Okay.
That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll work. Okay. Good. You're good? Anything else?
I guess, yeah, my next step is going to be scanning the dark matter and seeing what the theoretical interaction with our shields, what it would be.
Awesome. Or even just like try. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. So it's just a difficulty 2 because you're just doing a scan. Your ship can't assist because the sensors are still broken.
Yep.
And I don't want you to tell us the result because I'm going to flip to the next group. Okay. So will you start that as the scene shifts?
Still reason science, though, right?
Reason and science. Yeah. So odds and evens. Odds it is. So Yazikov and Gurkhan, you beam over to the ship. And as you materialize, you hear alarms going. There's smoke in the air.
Okay, do we have our EV suits? I say we got into our EV suits.
Would you have?
If we were
Like you knew there was life supports.
Oh, okay.
Like
then
it's
yeah,
not like
that's fine.
it's not like it's venting. It's just damaged.
It's just damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
All right,
crew would
that's
be
fine
dead.
then.
Like think
Yeah.
about the damage you guys took, right?
Yeah.
And this is less tech, so
Right.
it literally blew some stuff out, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so alarms are going. You hear people shouting down at the end. You see a fire, like the fire flickering
Yeah.
as I block.
Should we
my
start
view.
evacuating the crew?
That is your call, first officer. I'm going to engineering to try to stabilize the ship.
If we can stabilize ship enough for crew to stay here, then crew can stay here.
Exactly, but I do recommend putting out as many fires as we can on the way.
Duh. I'll try my best.
Okay, so are you going to kind of do fire duty, and you're just giving her to engineering?
Engineering to try to save the ship as best as I can.
All right. So it's not engineering specifically; it's off to the side,
Okay.
and if you want to go to where the actual damage
Well, I would have
was,
gone to like the engineering area to ask the chief engineer, where do you need us?
right? Okay. Yeah, so he's going to send you back to the communication, like that whole side of the ship, and from the outside, it does one of those kind of pan views, and from the outside, you just kind of see like a tear.
There's a panel flowing away.
Yeah, there's a couple panels. So the big bulkheads that came down worked. On the other side is vacuum. The communications sort of system is just gone. But you could work around it and shut off the plasma conduits. And at the very least, you guys might be able to tractor this ship in warp to where you need to go. Right? So, if not, repair it completely. But right now, it's not dead in the water, but it's definitely deaf in the water.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off all the power to that conduit.
Cool.
And maybe even look at a way of rerouting communications in such a way that they might have short-range communications.
Interesting. Okay, so why don't we start with cutting off the power first? So control and engineering. And how about you? You're fighting fires, right?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm
Daring
just,
and security.
like yelling, all non-essential personnel go to muster point A. Any essential personnel aid me in putting out fire.
Muster point A is.
Yeah.
Muster point A.
What difficulty for my roll is?
So your difficulty is going to be 3 because you don't know this system. Your difficulty is 2 because you're just kind of like yelling and you're wearing a suit of authority, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm going to do a determination on this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to get technology should never be discarded.
Okay.
16.
As
Nice.
my thing.
I love that.
So that's going to give me 2 successes and I'll roll 2 dice.
Okay.
That's a complication,
Oh,
but a
no.
third success.
Okay, so you're gonna get, you got 3, right? So that was 3. So the complication is as you shut down the power to this section, you realize that everything is like old school wiring for some of the antennas and stuff, and the physical antennas were knocked right out of the
So you
got
ship.
3
So you
successes.
can't rewire. You can't
Reroute.
rewire it, Captain.
Yeah. So no rerouting to get some sort of
Yeah.
But I got the area, the damaged area contained and cut off.
Damaged area is contained and it's cut off, and you're able to even use the like. So essentially, the way I kind of see it is you're not fueling the fires anymore, right? So it shuts down and it'll just burn out in a couple rounds.
Okay. I'm attempting to communicate with the captain through my combat.
Okay, give me 1 second. You.
I got 3 successes.
Cool. So there's your 1. So you're managing to get people kind of like, so people look a little confused at first. They're like, sorry, must you want us to leave? We're abandoning ship.
You are in holding pattern until we determine whether ship can be salvaged or not.
Okay, what about the captain? We haven't heard from them yet.
I will find where the captain
He
is.
was on the bridge. Have you been there? You haven't been there?
Calm down. I'm in control of this situation.
Okay.
I need you to go to muster point A, which is near transportation deck.
Oh God, we have a transportation deck.
Yes. All ships have that's where I came in from.
You guys literally beamed into a hallway. Yeah. Old
I'm
school
very into the original series, so sometimes the technology mixes
So
up.
I'll give you an original series example.
Okay.
You're dealing with one of the Irish colonies that don't have.
Oh my Christ.
Yeah. But
okay.
they're not Irish. I don't know what it is with Star Trek and Irish, but
So just go to muster point. If you need to be transported off ship, we will transport you off ship.
okay. Bridge is that way.
Thank you. Specifically.
What's a transportation deck? What's a transporter?
Okay. How would you like to use your momentum?
I want to just kind of like calm the crowd, calm any crew, and any chaos, or and get people into places where they need to be in an orderly fashion.
Okay.
Kind of motivate the fire.
I was gonna say, how about I do
fighters.
one better for you? Instead of just like scattering and going to like their evacuation zones, they're like, no, this is our ship. We're gonna help.
Okay.
So they're like mustering up to help you
Okay. Yeah, that
put out
sounds
the
great.
fires. Okay.
I'll do that.
All right. So the fires are well on their way to being put out, and the smoke is starting to be like slowly cleared by the old school circulation system.
Okay.
You even hear like the from like the generator.
Oh, mother.
All right. On the deck of the Payette, the bridge of the Payette, what are you guys up to? You guys are flying. You're flying.
Yeah. All right, Captain. So where should we start?
Don't do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Do a barrel roll. No, not with 4 ships in formation. That's a bad
A
idea.
bad idea.
Anyways, all right, Captain. Where should we start? Well, we should start at the point where we first impacted and see if we can find a flow variation for where the dark matter is coming and going. So basically, we're going to scan we're gonna scan the immediate vicinity and see if we can find essentially a pattern.
Okay, cool. Why don't you give me a sensor sweep, and you can use navigation as a focus.
Yep, I have astro navigation as my focus.
Okay, that'll work. And what does Walsh have as a focus?
He can actually use a value called fly it right, so he doesn't hit things or like tries to.
That would be
map.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So does that value buy an
I'll-
extra reroll if you need it?
No, that would be a determination.
I can straight up use his determination for
Great.
that one.
Okay.
Which I might as well. And then, so that'll be 1 critical.
Okay.
I don't know what actually, before I say that, I should ask how hard is this going to be?
So it is a difficulty 3 because the sensors have been damaged, and you guys are trying to do it kind of like on the fly
Fair enough.
with 4 ships now, not just yours.
Yeah, so I am going to use this then, because that'll give us 2 successes, and our momentum pool is looking a little low.
You want me to roll for Walsh?
Sure, you can use one of your own dice if you want. It might not like you, I don't know.
I'm
Pick
just
one.
keeping that for the roll
I'll
that I
share
did.
my dice with you, Stefan.
Oh, what was the...
It's a difficulty 3.
No, I was going to say it's
What are we
science
using?
and reason.
Yeah,
Science.
reason and science. Yeah.
Cool. So it's 2 successes for me.
Walsh got 15.
Walsh, reason and science. That will be a no, but no detriment. So we'll get 4 altogether.
Because you used
Because
determination
we
to
use
buy a-
determination to buy a crit.
Okay, so that is going to be 1 momentum back to you.
Cool.
And you guys do find a way through, like, so you do see it literally looks like a river, and so every now and then you see like one of those weird whirlpool style, and it seems to have kind of flown like through space for a good light year or 2. You do though see almost like a path through it, so it
Right.
looks like there's some sort of like natural. The eddies form in almost like a natural style way that if you kept with them,
Right.
you could go through them. And this looks permanent all the way through this area of space. We're going to say it's through the whole sector. This sector is just filled with these dark matter eddies.
Right.
And you see some kind of coming in and then some going out, like pathways in and out. But for the most part, this whole area of space is just a mess.
So it's like an archipelago.
Right, which makes sense why these species have been having such a hard time to get through it.
Because they
They had no idea what they were running into. Yeah.
Okay.
And you want to use that or you want to pool it?
I'm trying to think if I have another question. You already said it's pretty much through the entire sector, so that's going to be to where we're going anyways. So, yeah, no, I'm going to pull it.
Okay, so as you pool your momentum, Beagle looks up. Oh, sir,
Yes,
sir,
Beagle.
sir, there is incoming. The red thingy and the green thingy. No, I'm kidding. Sir, we've got 3 ships inbound.
3?
They match the configuration of the ships that we fought the last time.
Red alert! Battle stations! Communicate with the other 3 vessels and open a channel to Yesikov and Gurkhan.
So, Gurkhan's on the line, sir.
Gurkhan, we have 3 incoming ships that are that match the pirate ships we faced off before.
This ship has no communication, Captain. So I am going to recommend.
I love that you look at me like.
I'm going to recommend, Captain, or
I'm talking to you. You're our line of communication now, Commander, Lieutenant Commander.
Do you want me to go to the bridge and be the line of communication
You'd be
with this
online
officer,
now.
or do you want?
No, send Yesikov to the bridge.
Already on my way, sir.
You're on the bridge.
And,
Oh,
Just
I'm
stepping
like,
on as you
no,
say that, you
sir.
step on just as
I'm going to say,
Yeah.
recommend Yasakov leave her communicator with the captain, and we rejoin the Payette for possible confrontation.
And we're on break.
Smoke break.
I probably should have said we're going on break, but I think that's
Yeah.
more fun because
You're also live on audio.
Oh yeah. Damn it.
We're going on break.
Break.
taking an impact does something stupid to the ship.
Okay. So the USS Payette has. Oh, the camera's off. There we go. So the USS Payette has just has been doing a convoy run for a new species called the Alderans that they have been helping get from one location to another, and they have just discovered that there is a series of dark matter eddies that are damaging ships as they go through it. So they found some pathways through it, and just as they're about to start getting on their way again, pirates have attacked, and that's where we're back in.
Pirates.
So, initiative.
Is that a thing?
No, we go first because we're the heroes.
I'm burning a determination, my threat, and the.
You can do that for free though.
I retain.
Ah,
I retain it.
You retain it. Okay.
And you come back to the ship, you two, right?
Yeah.
No. If
Not
she's
yet.
retaining, she's on the vessel still.
Right. So we need to get you back to the ship, or okay, cool.
That'll have to be an action.
Yep.
Beaming back. Yeah.
You don't want to leave our tactical in the competent hands of Ensign Beagle.
Oh, Beagle! I got it, sir. I got it. Oh,
No,
damn
I
it,
took away
there's-
the button.
There's no button.
Ugh.
Sir, I have phasers.
Do you?
Excellent, Beagle.
The entire console is in Cyrillic. But why?
I really like that color. Okay, so Beagle will take a shot and will miss.
Cool. I guess that was our retained initiative.
Beagles take our action for us.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Out the captain's orders.
yeah.
I shot, sir. I didn't. God, Beagle. That's what you hear on the bridge. I actually said that. What? I'm trying to figure out if we should. Well, we've got our shields around those other ones. Issue. That doesn't matter.
Okay,
So
so
fair.
well, you're deciding what to do.
Yeah.
Beagle has fired, so now they're going to. The first ship is going to do a strafing run and take a shot on you guys.
Don't I get to retain initiative for everybody?
It's not the way it works. You only get in space combat. You only basically it goes one action of one person on one ship, one action of another person on another ship,
Oh,
and then it
okay.
goes back and forth.
No, I think when we read it last time is I can retain initiative for everybody, but then they all get to go at the same time.
That's right.
Mm,
So we
I
don't want to
think we
do
should-
that, right?
no.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm using another threat to roll 3 dice.
Yowza.
So that'll be 2 hits. So 2 success, 2 hits, and
We only have 8 shields at this point.
okay.
Shields are half strength too.
So 8 shields out of our possible 17.
Ooh, that was a good hit.
Yep. 1, 2.
So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these are like they register as Romulan disruptors, so they're gonna have vicious. So 7, 8, 9.
So
9 minus 4
that
is
knocks
5.
out. So 9 minus 4 is 5. We lose 5 shields. 5 damage. It is a breach. That's a breach to the 4, which is engines. Take a hit. And I'll describe what happens immediately upon on impact. 7 communications. Impact. Whenever the engines suffer 1 or more breaches, it disrupts their function. Loses 2 power. We're down to 9. Immediately.
Oh,
Further-
sorry. Actually, you can leave engines. That wasn't a random shot. They were aiming at your shield generator. So if the breach is happening, it's on your shields.
We have nothing that says shields.
Oh,
I don't think you can target shields.
thought
Well, I
could.
mean,
Okay, we'll leave it. Keep going.
I mean, you would be going for engines to knock down a power supply
Yep.
to do the shields.
Yep.
So, we lose 2 power unless somebody does a restore. All tasks using the engines, which have a power requirement, increase difficulty and complication by 1.
Okay.
Great.
So the bridge rocks. The other two, yes.
Wait, we're on the bridge. Stop.
And the other two,
Well, somebody on our ship would.
yeah. But just so you know, the other 2 ships look like they're gearing up to aim for the cargo ships.
Which are still going to hit our shields. Yay!
Yeah.
I'm gonna. It was Selkirk at con?
Yes.
Yes. Selkirk, beam Gurkhan directly to the engineering bay and engineering room, and Yesikov to the bridge. That's going to be our action. I can roll for Selkirk.
That's okay. You didn't need to roll. You 2 materialize because
Can you feel when you're being transported?
You're still on comms.
you're aware of it. You're on comms.
Okay, but like my communicator is how I communicate, right?
Yeah.
So I drop it before I transport
So I was thinking about this. It would have to be issued to somebody else.
for it to work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The way I see it.
Also, your communicator,
Isn't that
It's
how
how they
we
lock onto
transport?
you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's how they
unless you specifically say, I'm standing in this specific area of the
Yeah.
ship.
That's why transport to transport doesn't require
Site to site.
Okay.
site to site. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
All right. So I go.
I
Okay.
need my weapons officer back.
Okay.
Beagle.
Yeah.
All right. So you 2
Just like shove
materialize
Beagle
on
out
the
of the way.
bridge, and the other one. Ship number 2 is going to aim for, and it will just do 1 hit. So it will. It hits your shields, but your shields maintain it, and that's turn.
Zanny to Gurkhan!
I'm going to do a restore minor action
Okay.
and remove all those negative effects.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bring our shields back up because they're currently at 1.
Okay.
2 dice, if I remember this correctly. It's here. I'm doing the internal systems.
Mhm.
I am in engineering, which drops the difficulty by 1.
Okay. So it's difficulty of 2 then. Right.
Regenerate shields. Difficulty 1 drops to 0.
Oh, nice.
So control and engineering. The ship shields are not at 0, so it doesn't go up. And for each successful, 2 shields plus 2 more for each momentum spent. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. We have a momentum. I'm going to burn that
Okay.
to get a 3rd dice. Sorry, whoever I clipped.
Okay.
2 successes.
All right.
So that gives us 4 shields.
Plus
Plus
2 momentum.
2. That gives us 4 shields, 6 shields, 8 shields.
Okay.
Plus 2 energy. 2 power.
Nice. Okay.
Currently at 8.
And the 3rd ship will take its attack, and that will be a hit.
Brutal.
Oh man, I'm rolling really high with
Sickle.
these. So 2, 4, 6,
So we
8 damage. So
minus 4, so
Wait,
we
you
only
can
lose
use
4
momentum.
shields.
okay,
So we're down to 4, and that's not a breach because it's less than.
it's not on you guys. It's on the cargo ship.
Okay.
So the shields
So-
come off you, but the cargo ship is the one that's going to take the damage.
And what's its scale? Because that's how
It's
you resist it.
230.
Its scale is 2.
So it does get a breach, but our shields drop by 6 then,
Okay.
because it's our scale, right?
Yeah.
It's that ship scale, but our shield.
Correct.
So you did 8 damage.
Yes.
Minus 2, so we lose 6 shields, bringing us to
2,
2
4, 6,
shields,
8,
and you cause a breach on them.
yeah. Okay, so that breach will be a 20.
That's a weapon system.
All right.
That's something they don't need. Yay.
So on the bridge of that ship, you just hear, "Damn it! I said the engines." All right. And it is now your turn again.
I've been trying to think of how to do this. Getting Walsh to move the fleet in a particular way. basically it's evasive maneuvers, but as a fleet engagement to
So-
put our ship in between their ships and the pirates.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right.
So why don't we make it a normal evasive maneuver, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a difficulty of 3.
Cool. As the captain, I'm going to assist since I was a pilot. But while she's taking the lead, hey captain, we'll get right on it. So this will be Walsh.
Okay.
So it's control and con.
Okay.
Not good. I did not help at all. That was 3 terrible rolls. What was it? We have 0 momentum. What was the determination? You can re-roll them?
Determination, you can reroll up as many of them as you want, but you need a value.
Yes. Walsh will use I'm a leaf on the wind.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
We'll try that again
Okay.
with different dice.
Please don't kill us, Fox.
Much better in one sense because that's the first one I roll is actually a crit.
Okay.
So that was
Like a
crit.
1 or
Under his con. of
what
5.
focus is he using to activate that crit?
Starship pilot.
Yes.
Walsh knows how to fly. I suddenly do count look at this. And I assist. So it's we did get 3 successes, but I rolled a 19.
Okay.
That's not a
Doesn't matter,
complication.
I fixed it.
Yeah. Woo!
Good.
Go Walsh, go!
Go
The
Walsh.
second I get teleported into engineering, I'm like, just screaming at people.
Okay, so
What have you done to my ship?
you set yourself up so that your ship will be taking the brunt of anything, and they'll have a hard time. So it'll be a difficulty of 4 now to hit the cargo ships versus you guys. Okay, and it is my turn again, and I have one more, right?
Correct. You've shot us twice.
You
No,
shot us
I've
3
shot
times.
3
3
times.
times, yeah.
Yeah, 3 ships have shot us.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the others will. The first one, the lead ship, is going to try and do evasive maneuvers. Not evasive maneuvers. What's the other one where
Attack
you
pattern?
Attack pattern theta, so that it can it's going to try and still go for the cargo ships. So it now is trying to veer around, and it will not roll high enough to do that. I should have burnt a determination or a threat. Actually, I can't. Okay. That's
Sofek.
Sofek.
I'm going to scan for weaknesses on the ship that is maneuvering to attack the freighters.
Yes.
That was good.
Now that the sensors have been repaired, you can use our advanced sensors to reduce the difficulty by 1.
No, because you got to.
Because I
But
fixed
the
it.
breach is
Like
still
Beetle.
there,
Was
isn't
that
it?
my
The breach is still there, but the breaches don't count as being breaches, but they exist in terms of destroying the ship.
Okay.
How close is this vessel? Like, is it close, medium range,
Close range.
close range? All right. The difficulty with it reducing is 0,
Yay, momentum.
and being assisted by the ship.
With advanced sensors and me fixing them.
No, like the ship's also rolling a dice to assist.
Oh, okay.
Sensors security, and then I'm doing control
Success.
science.
Ship helps you.
I got 1 success. Let me just check if I can use my technical expertise.
I like how we got hit everywhere on our weapon systems, which we have redundancies built into.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot our guns!
Yes, because it is a task assisted by the ship's sensors.
All right.
Beagle tried.
So with 1 from the ship, 4 successes total.
What focus are you using to activate?
Sensors.
Sensors? Okay. There's your 4 momentum because you had difficulty 0. Jerk. And what were you looking for specifically?
I was just scanning for weaknesses, so the next time we shoot at that target, before the end of my turn, we gain piercing 2. We ignore 2 of the target's resistance per effect rolled,
Mm-hmm.
and then any bonus d20s that are purchased for the next attack inflict +1 damage.
So the ship is kind of like the Defiant was when they first built it. It's overgunned and underpowered.
All right. Yeah, basically I'm just send them that information to Yazikov. She was like, I'm gonna shoot here now.
Okay. So the second ship will do its pilot, and that will get it in. So it does the same thing. The second one goes in for another attack pattern, and it's perfectly lined up to get one of the ships. It's going to drop its difficulty on its attack by 1. Your
Okay.
turn.
So I get up to my
Yes, of course,
station.
you know what to do.
I get out to my station and kind of like shove Beagle out of the way.
No.
I tap the like display and it comes up with my configuration, including the big red button. And I just I put in the coordinates and I slam it.
So you're firing a photon?
I'm firing a spread.
No, not that.
I don't know. Is it too close? Are the ships in
They
too
are close range.
So would it damage the ships if I fired a photon? Then
Do
I'm
not
going to
fire a photon.
a spread of phasers.
Yeah, you could do a phaser bank, like just a
Yeah, just like all of the phasers.
Yeah, you're just basically fire
in like
fire
a
will type
spread.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, due to me taking power from the phasers to reinforce the structure,
Mm-hmm.
our weapons are only level 10 and damage 7.
Okay, so my plan was to use the spread and bonus damage effects.
And then you get for every extra d20 you buy, you get an additional damage.
Mm-hmm.
And for every effect, you negate 2 of the resistance.
Okay.
So we got a lot.
Okay, so I should buy an extra D20,
A couple.
a couple of
You
extra
should probably buy
D20s.
2. You could buy
Okay.
2 with 4 momentum.
Sorry for the stool scooch.
That's okay.
Okay. So I will buy more D20.
Okay, so it's going to be 3. It's 3
Yep.
momentum.
Yep.
So 1 for the first is how it works.
Okay.
And then because you're buying the second, it's 2.
And then the ship's going to support with weapon security.
Can the ship support more than once in one round? I thought it was only once per round.
It is the ship being used for the action, though. Because it says specifically here, supported by the tactical.
Yeah, I think so because it's a different system that's being
yeah,
used.
okay. Cool. Yeah, fine.
Yeah, so
And-
the ship is using weapons plus security, which is 13.
Yep.
I am
Does
using
not support.
control and security.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fire weapon.
Whoa. That looks like it's good.
And 3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you're gonna get what, 6?
Whatever the difficulty is for the.
Well, standard difficulty to shoot is 2.
2.
So 1 momentum.
So there's 1 momentum.
Okay.
And then, so our phasers are 7 dice.
Okay.
Energy weapon attacks are difficulty 1.
Oh, so that's 2.
2 momentum.
Thank you.
So you get 7 dice, plus you bought an additional 2, so 2 more
Damn
dice.
it. That means I hit last time.
You
Okay.
can also spend
So
We had a base
Power.
action, so we'll-
yeah, so you can spend up to 2 power from the ship
Which we have
Okay.
11.
to add 2 extra dice.
So,
So we lose 3 power for the shot.
So, yeah, 1 for the shot, 2 additional power, so we put us down to 8.
okay, I'm using spread as well.
And you also get 2 extra dice for my scanning for
I don't
weaknesses
have any more D6s.
because you bought 2 d20s.
Okay.
No, we already calculated those.
Did we?
We
Oh,
already
okay.
had the 2 d20s in there.
Alright.
Okay, and then the attack inflicts additional damage elsewhere on the target.
Okay.
I can buy bonus damage, is that right? Here?
Yes.
Spread is on page 231.
So everyone, just so you're aware, we're all learning the system still, and
Sorry.
at the same time, everyone has a book so that it makes it easier to do your own thing.
Okay,
and it's my recommendation.
For each
when you
effect
play.
rolled.
She doesn't have spread on the phasers, though. Phasers don't have the spread ability.
They don't?
No, I think it's just
Phasers
Totally
have.
Right now they have piercing because he scanned for weaknesses.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So it'd be piercing 2, and they have the
Versatile.
versatile, which gives you additional momentum based on
each success.
each success.
So then should I use the 2 for bonus damage?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Nuke 'em.
Okay.
And then for each effect you roll, you don't only pierce, you get dice
It's
back.
just plus
But-
1 damage.
But you know what? It was kind of like a cool concept that you have. So if
Yeah.
you want to split this between A and B,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd let you do
Yeah,
that.
awesome. Thank you.
Oh my god, I've never seen such a big pool rolled.
That's
I play orcs in 40k, so this isn't that bad.
So the 3s are nothing.
Okay, so maybe I should re-roll the damage.
You have the
So I'll spend 1 to re-roll damage. So
Okay.
3s are nothing, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Whoa.
that poor little ship.
And what's the versatile 1?
Versatile. It's wherever you got the section you're closer to it than I am.
They give-
Versatile. The attack gains X points of
No, yeah,
bonus
no,
momentum. if
no, but I'm trying to
successful.
figure out what the number is for it.
Yes,
Like
1.
for-
Oh,
Okay. Yes.
2.
yeah. So it's 1 momentum per effect.
Effect.
As well as piercing too, per effect.
So, because then the 6 is our effect. So we get 4 momentum.
Five
Okay.
and 6 is our
There's your 4 momentum.
We're at piercing 8.
I had another
So
thing.
you're
God.
not resistance at all to any of this.
I'm going to
That's-
use.
That's mine.
Okay.
You spent that.
We
already.
had 2 momentum. I spent 1 for the
Reroll.
reroll. I'm going to spend another 1 for bonus damage. So it's just another plus 1 damage.
Okay.
So
And you can
what's
repeat
the
that too.
Total.
I don't know.
So-
2, 4, 6, 8,
why I
9,
sit next to
10,
him.
11, 12, 13, plus the 1, 14.
14
With
damage.
piercing 8.
I want
Okay.
more to make it 15 to cause 3 breaches.
Oh, yeah, the piercing means no resist.
Plus,
Yeah.
so it's 15 damage.
15.
So 3 breaches.
Yeah. Ha!
Potentially
All right.
4 if you drop the shield.
So yeah, you hit a couple, and
Yeah.
it just kind of like the one just the second one that had just lined up the perfect shot just rips into nothingness. Like it just you see it's like electricity kind of like go over, and then just kind of like your last beam goes through the rubble.
Jeez.
You just hear me in the captain's chair go, yeah!
You got the
Yusukov the Gurkon. Button works.
excellent.
Beagle's like, oh, I want to hit the button. Button works.
You literally see Gurkhan in the engineering department pull out a pad. Check.
Okay, and my turn for my last dudes. We'll take evasive action, and
I wonder why.
we'll do it.
Free.
So to hit C, it's a difficulty 2 now.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the end of the round. Next round. I'm stealing initiative.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Excellent. So A will take its shot
I guess we
because
could use
It's
momentum.
lined up.
it's lined up. It will burn one. And that's going to be 2 success.
On us?
Yep.
That's a hit.
Okay.
It was lined up on a freighter, right?
No.
No, that's the one that got
A was
the one
like,
that got
yeah, the one that got
Okay.
vaporized was A is still focused on you guys.
Cow.
Oh, God, another big one. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Oh, 8. That's adorable.
4 damage. We have
Who
no
do we
shield.
appreciate?
We take 2 breaches.
You need button.
That is a total of 5 breaches on our ship.
That doesn't sound good.
That's not good at all. So,
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
well, I mean,
You
they're
guys
not all in
have
the same area.
determination.
We have determination. We have momentum too. I don't know if that helps.
I know your determination can be used to save injuries. I'm fairly certain it can be saved to be used to save breaches as well.
So, our ship. Oh, it says 4 breaches. No, that's 2 breaches. That's 5 were destroyed.
So you can use a surge of activity. The
Oh.
character may immediately perform another task as soon as one is resolved.
So, we're fine. It's when we get a total of 4 systems destroyed.
Yeah.
So should you
So
go?
we need to figure. First, there's 2 more breaches. We need to figure out what systems they're on.
Yes, this could be bad.
Should
But
this-
it could be not bad. So we got 2 breaches coming through. 1 for our shields dropping to 0,
Yeah.
and 1 for taking 5 or more damage.
Should you go next then and burn your determination and fix everything?
First, we need to
Okay.
see what systems they're on.
Okay.
15,
Oh,
is
buddy.
structure. So roll a d6. Somebody dies.
Well, the station explodes.
Explodes, he takes a lethal injury.
Yeah.
And then the second one is 1. That is communications.
Dies.
Communications impacted.
Yeah,
So
I
we have
shoved.
to do the restore minor action to fix it. Otherwise, you can't use the communication systems.
Okay. So
Sparks fly out of the ship. You see one guy get launched from
All
the
right.
console.
So consoles explode, like things explode around the bridge, and con station blows up. Selkirk gets blown back.
Ugh.
Medical team to the bridge!
I literally rolled for that.
Awesome.
It could have been any one of you. I even included Beagle and Walsh.
I was worried when you rolled it. I was like, not Walsh! Bam,
It's
Selkirk.
impaling.
Technically, Beagle's not at a console. He's watching her console.
No, he's on, yeah.
He moved to the
He would have
console.
moved to one of the stations.
Oh yeah, there's no way he would have.
He moved to the console. Like,
Walsh
check
could've
the
tried to
power
avoid
levels.
Yeah.
If they
You're
can
good.
be allowed, they can try and avoid the injury too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and that's my turn.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
just-
keep my job up.
Just to say, as Selkirk finishes getting blown across the room, I do go, medical to the bridge!
Yep.
So I'm going to.
They just beam him down.
We got structures.
Not during a firefight.
I don't know.
So I'm going to do my minor action to do the restore systems.
Yes.
So structures and the communications. I'm going to restore communications for a minor action
Okay.
aboard the bridge, and now I'm going to attempt to regenerate shields.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend a momentum to get a third dice on
So
this.
the breaches that the engines have don't affect you because you've used your thing to ignore complications, right?
Until we get a second one.
Right. Okay.
And so it's the turn that we take the breach to the engine that that round goes through.
Okay.
When we get a second one, it counts as being
It's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Ship assisting too.
so that's 1, 2,
Structure engineering.
structure, engineering, 9, 10, 11. Nope, doesn't. So I get 2 on a difficulty of 0, which means we get 4 shields, and then I get 2
momentum.
momentum, which I'm going to burn for 6, 8, bringing us back to our full half shields.
Yes.
And then we gain 1, 2, 3 power for that.
Engineer.
We still have 3
Um,
momentum, I think.
Do momentum. I'm going to use determination.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use the think, act, talk,
Okay.
which means I'm just not explaining to my crew what's going on. I'm just doing it ahead of a plan and then
Okay.
explaining what I did afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do the damage control. on
So you're
our-
retaining initiative and taking a second turn, right?
I'm basically popping myself so I can go one more round and do a
Okay.
basic action. I can't do anything
Great.
big.
Okay.
But I'm going to attempt to use damage control on our structure.
Okay.
I'm going to burn damage control, presence, and engineering. 14 for difficulty. It is page 230. Will tell me what my difficulty is. Difficulty is
2,
3.
3.
-1, so 2. I'm
Right.
going to burn one of these.
Give
Or
yourself
3
another
dice.
one. Okay.
I didn't roll my veteran for any of my determination, which I should have.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I'll
I
let you do it now.
I maintain that determination.
Nice.
I've been in a ship that's been blown up before.
This isn't even
He literally
nearly
crashed
blown
literally
up.
into a
has,
planet.
Yeah, he actually has.
4 successes.
Wow.
Nice.
For
So
the-
there's your 1 momentum. 2, because it was difficulty 3
3
minus
minus
1.
1, 2.
Alright.
And that means that structure counts as not having any breaches for the using it, but it still has breaches for determining if our ship blows up.
Okay.
That's me.
Alright.
Oh wait. Oh, actually no. I can't use any more power because every time I successfully do one of these, I just pump the power, but we're at max.
So the one that took evasive action is going to maintain that evasive action and then take a shot at a cargo vessel.
No.
So it will be a difficulty 3. 4 I said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to burn a threat to roll 3 dice. Oh, no!
Ho!
That's 2 20s.
Oh, that
Which is
This
bad.
our critical
It's
failure.
bad in this
Bad.
game. Yeah.
Blow up, blow up, blow up.
Yeah.
Just crash into the shields.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's pretty cool. I accept this.
Okay, yeah. So the ship kind of comes in, and you see it kind of like the front piece lights up where the blasters are, and it lights up, and then it just kind of like ripples back, and you can see small explosions through the vessel. It's blown out its weapon system. Weapons.
System?
Weapons. It's vessels. It's
It's a
Anton,
nuclear
check
Wetzel
out.
system.
weapons system. So its blasters are offline.
Okay.
That sucked. I don't have enough
Yeah.
determination to. I don't have enough threat because you guys haven't been like.
No, we know.
Doing
We
it.
see what you're doing with the threat. We don't
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
to-
we
That's
gotta
what I'm supposed to be
starve the
doing.
DM. Yeah.
Starve the DM.
It's fine. We're getting.
You
we're
realize that just means I'm going to make it more difficult. For you, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Create scenarios where you have to burn it.
Yeah.
in this instance, we see that, and we still have the other ship that was that had lined up.
It
and
did
it's
hit
in
you
line,
last
and it-
round.
and it hit us.
Yeah. This
I'm-
was the other one.
I'm going to use the directive order, where I issue direct commands. Basically, allows me to give up my turn for someone else, and they can go again in the same round. But I
Okay.
can only do it once, so I'm doing it now.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, Yesikov, target the weapon systems on the ship that didn't have its weapon systems blow out.
On A.
Target that ship and fire when ready.
Bloop bloop. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Does that mean I get to go?
You get to go,
Yes.
and I get to assist you.
Okay.
Before
Get
you
it.
roll, are you going to use some of your momentum and roll a third dice?
Yes. How
Okay.
many
You've
does
got
that cost?
One, just for one if you wanted to roll one extra dice.
One extra dice.
Okay, there you go.
3 successes.
Oh my
You get a
gosh.
+1 for me, so that's the 4th success.
Whoa, okay, there's 2
Choo
momentum
choo.
back.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
hit the button.
ship too.
You know.
No,
Nope.
the ship doesn't do anything.
No.
Ship can't add complications, can it?
No.
I
don't see why not.
I don't know.
No, I thought we looked that up last time. and
It's
we
okay.
didn't.
Not
Okay.
important for now. We'll say no, but we should check that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you've hit.
Okay. All right. I know what I'm doing. Right?
It's just
7
whatever.
Should
dice?
be 7 dice.
7
Yeah,
dice.
because that's what our phasers are at now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The
4,
phasers are 7,
5,
yeah.
6,
because I
7.
dropped the weapons and phasers.
Yep.
All right, we
Increase the
have
structures.
just like so many of these.
Save some.
So
We
you've
might
got.
need
Keep in
No.
mind, okay, hold on.
No.
So keep in mind you've got 2 to use right now,
Okay.
and 3 in the pool. So keep those separate for the moment.
Okay.
So you get 2 to use right now. What would you like to do with those with this shot?
I'm going to add an extra damage,
Okay.
and then I'm going to save 1 to reroll.
Okay. Oh my God.
I don't need to.
Do you want to re-roll that 3?
No, I'm going to add another damage.
I should
Okay,
be
so
getting-
count up. So you got 2.
2, 3,
3,
4.
5,
Five,
6, 7,
s-
8, 9, 10.
Thank you.
And,
Not
And
to
then-
mention
Two
for the
you get
effects.
2 momentums for the effect.
2 additional. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
And I am going to add 2 more damage.
Or you
Okay.
could do devastating attack.
Are you going to use devastating attack?
And what's that do?
Roll an additional system. That system suffers an additional hit, dealing half the primary attack's damage.
So
8.
8 is the sensors, and 16
We
is the
were,
structure.
we were targeting the weapon system
Oh, then I didn't even roll.
as the initial,
So
as the
this-
initial one.
So
but
the structure is your second one.
Okay.
Okay, so how much damage do you do?
So
4
10,
plus 10?
10
No.
to the 10 to the weapons, 5 to the structure.
Gee whiz.
Gee golly.
No piercing, so you get your size resistance.
She
You don't
doesn't
get
get to choose
one
versatile.
use?
versatile gives the extra momentum.
Yeah,
You just make the-
Piercing we got from his scan.
but that shit
Oh.
went poof.
Right. Okay.
He scanned
Literally.
the exact weakness, in fact.
Yeah.
So then you should probably always go before I do.
Okay, so as you take a shot, you see the your phasers rip through their shields. It looks like these things might not even have shields per se, and rips a hole through the side of the, and it's like that full on classic Wrath of Khan, like right along the side of the hull.
Awesome.
Yeah. Frack.
Just so you, Yasuko, just so you know, you did that on my turn.
So you
still
get to go
have another
again?
turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
So take
Come
your
on!
turn.
I keep forgetting that because I've done the shield
Is it
once.
my turn?
This is
Yeah.
already.
Ah.
I get a free
Very good.
additional die.
And I'll target the ship I just shot with a
Target their engines. Let's put them dead in the water.
target their engine. Targeting engine, sir. And I will roll an additional.
Okay.
Yep, because it is harder now.
Go ahead.
It costs 2 for another one.
And do we want to keep those?
No, I
Okay.
totally made a mistake and forgot that I get a third die anyways.
Motherfucker.
Language.
Sorry. I'm burning a determination to.
What value? Are you using?
Re-rolling this. I'm going to use my
Protect the convoy.
protect your people value to protect the convoy, and re-roll this.
Nice.
No, you're not getting through.
You shall not.
Yeah,
Copyright
yeah.
infringement.
Yeah. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. 5.
On the engine.
My God.
So difficulty would have been
Mother.
2 because she already fired.
Great. Oh. Thank you. And then we got my 7.
As the phasers are like, yeah, we need a break.
Can you not?
Well, they're on low power mode, so they're not overheating.
Yeah,
This
they
is
didn't-
low power.
Didn't do a full blossom shot at these smaller ships.
Okay. I am going to
I think you get to roll and then
do this.
yeah.
Fantastic. So I'm going to burn 1 to re-roll
4 nothings.
the 4 nothings.
Okay. Oh my God.
L'chaim.
This is for our last ship.
This is for those 3 Klingon bird of praise that took us out.
The Payette
Should I
one
do
still
devastating
exists
or
somewhere.
add 2 damage?
Just a model.
Yeah,
And
this
you're
is the
ready
Payette
to-
A, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say
the model was in my Reading
And
room.
it's not flying loose in space.
devastating. Because right now you're at
Just a
8
nice
damage.
steel
So
model.
devastating
So
would
the
give 4
engineers
extra
have
damage to
LEDs
another.
in it.
Okay,
So
so I'm
devastating
gonna
is best.
burn these 2 for devastating attack.
And devastating does the extra damage on the extra system.
Half the damage, half the primary onto its second system.
18 is weapons.
So weapons take 4 damage,
Weapons and engine.
and the engines take 8. And you also gain.
Okay,
momentum.
so as you hit this ship, that.
Yamayo! Ha
Just me at the. And I wanted a prisoner this time, but
There's one more
well,
ship.
we get,
You need to say that before I shoot women.
3 for the
My
phasers.
turn. It's gonna take evasive actions, and it will succeed. So it's taken evasive action twice now. So it's now difficulty 4 to hit this guy,
Because we don't fire at them.
and it goes off the side, down one of those offshoots, eddy offshoots, and away from combat.
coward.
So it moves as far as it can. It will go to medium range. You can still try and take a shot with your phasers if you want.
Increase difficulty by 1.
Yep.
Well,
But she's already gone, so
yeah.
your turn.
I've already gone, Sam's already gone, it's step in.
On Walsh.
What can I do?
As a side note, damage report on our cargo vessels. Anyone? Selkirk? Oh.
Remember, communications is kind of.
Wow. Really?
Oh.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
I just created him. He just popped out of my brain.
I'm just going to scan for weaknesses on the last ship as it please.
Okay.
Because why not?
And I'm fairly certain that it wasn't hit. Were
No,
any
it
of the
was
cargo
fine.
vessels hit?
No.
Did I get anyone?
You hit one of them, but our shields held against the cargo vessel.
Roll
you
the rest
rocked
for the
us
ship.
pretty good.
No, ship doesn't
I mean,
feel like
I
that.
wouldn't have if you
Uh,
hadn't extended your shield, so that definitely
We
help.
saved the cargo ships.
Yeah, you did.
It's real nice. Reroll that.
Ship.
There we go.
What is this on the ship? What am I rolling?
Sensor security.
Oh yeah, that helps. Yeah, you get one from the ship.
3
Excuse
successes to scan the ship for weaknesses that's fleeing.
Have you been remembering to add a ship die for Leah when she shoots?
Yeah, once or
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
Not the last
Just
time.
making sure.
I mean, you haven't really needed it.
Yeah.
No, it makes
Okay.
it really
The
useful.
ship is
Really
to
good at
blow it
one
up better.
thing.
Shit does. All right. So as you finish your scanning, this one's same as the other ones. It seems to have like overgunned and underpowered. So part of the reason it doesn't get as many hits basically as you guys do is because it has such strong. It's hitting you hard. Like it's hitting
Yeah.
as hard as a large vessel, right? But it's a small class vessel. So yeah.
Which means it probably didn't come from very far away. As my eyes just go in that Clint Eastwood look.
Would you like to use momentum, or did you just pool it?
Just pulling it.
Okay. So essentially, it's my turn. It moves. It's gone out of sensor range.
Okay. I'm not chasing it.
Okay.
No, this one gets away. I'm not gonna chase it and leave back our cargo. So I say, Walsh, bring us about, so that we can check on our freighters. And I open communications to the other 2 captains, because the third one, obviously their comms are still down, I think.
So he managed to get it fixed. It's just audio, but on literally on radio. But you guys are close enough. There's a bit of a delay, but you're able to hear them.
Captains, have any of your ships taken damage beyond what happened before the conflict?
So you hear 2 no's right away, and then in a couple of seconds, no.
Good to hear. Our
I
ship.
think there's a delay. Sorry.
Here we go. Ha. Right. Our ship took the brunt of the assault. I don't. I'll get you a situation report, but for the moment, hang tight.
So
Like our communications.
okay.
Gurkhan, can we have a full sit rep on how we're doing?
Yes, Captain? How we're doing is we have defeated 3 vessels in combat. It was a glorious day for the USS Payette. Also, our ship is heavily damaged. But that will be remedied soon enough, Captain.
Do we have warp?
Do
we have?
Everything is functioning to a degree, Captain. I would do recommend letting us rest letting the ship rest for a few hours.
Ship needs a
It
short.
really-
We need a long rest.
Yeah.
We can't hang out in the middle of these eddies waiting for our pirates to come back. Do we
Impulse
have
engines are perfectly fine. Sensors, not so much.
So one of the ships is hailing you.
on screen?
So it's one of the other captains, and he says that she says, well, they appreciate all the help you've offered so far and given. They think that maybe it's not a best idea to go throughout this sector. If they're going to start looking for an outpost, probably somewhere away from this area of space is the best. So if you could escort us back, we think that might be the best idea at the moment.
Absolutely. We have impulse power, and at the moment our warp engines need some repair, but we can definitely.
One of them looks really excited. Is there anything I can do to assist?
No, our engineer has it well in hand. Thank you. He is quite the expert at battle damage.
Yeah.
We appreciate the offer, but we'll.
In the background, you just see Sophie. He's got this.
But at the moment, let's follow your lead on returning to the coordinates while we repair the ship.
Are you gonna tractor the other one?
Might as well. Oh, did they have impulse as well? Because
Yeah, they have impulse. Yeah. So are you gonna keep the shields up? And you guys are gonna head back at impulse.
Yeah, we can't go to warp yet, can we?
We can. I'm just not recommending it, Captain, until we get our structural integrity fields restored.
How long will that take?
4 hours.
mean,
Before I turn my communicator off, I'm like, that Scotty taught us well.
And come back with you have 3.
I didn't get a chance. He cut off communication. Damn Klingons.
It doesn't work because I don't know the whole... I just kind of have an idea of how to lie to my captain.
We'll let you know as soon as they're ready, but it'll take a couple of hours. Right now we can head back at Impulse.
All right. So you guys, the ships turn around and start the slow trek back. The one ship is still streaming some plasma, but looks more like just parts. Again, got a trail of debris. But that's it. That's the end. The episode credits roll. Unless there's like that one scene after the commercial break.
Well, it's going to be that one scene of that ship coming out of the eddy and slowly tracking us.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, that's exactly what happens. Yeah.
And then you see the shadow of a captain who might be Klingon or Romulan. You don't know.
You don't even. Yeah. So actually, you know what? Let's do that. So what you do see, yeah. So the ship kind of like comes out and it's just dark and it kind of pans. You guys see your ship and the other 3, and it does one of those swivel rounds where the stars just kind of streak by, nice and chill like in Star Trek, right? And it kind of goes over this way and. Out of like this sort of black zone, a ship comes out, and then the light just kind of hits it, and it's one of those like it looks kind of like a. I just thought that there's an episode where a ship kind of looks like a shark. Like it looks kind of like a hammerhead shark, but it sweeps back like a mix between a shark and a manta ray, and it looks really kind of like just deadly and sharp. And so that's kind of what you see come out, and the light kind of glints off of it, and you see it's just bristling with weapons. And then it shows the bridge, and it's a blue kind of like dim light all on the monitors, and you just see a silhouette of a humanoid figure watching your ship kind of float away. And
then in the audio you hear, Beagle, put that down!
Oh.
What I tell you, a button!
Yeah, you see a phaser shot up into the space.
You can hear thumping from the engineering crew right behind the bridge, cheering of Klingon singing.
Are you teaching the engineering crew
100%. I'm
Klingon
teaching them
songs?
Klingon war songs.
In this like dimly lit mystery bridge, you just hear this guy go, "Ow! Why don't we have any lights on?"
And that's where we end. So thanks for joining us. We won't be back for a month. There's been like scheduling stuff, so unfortunately we're not back until December 2nd. You can find all our old episodes on YouTube at the GM Tim. Follow me on the GM Tim. Leah, what's your handles?
I'm Leah Chatter on Instagram and Twitter.
Sam?
I'm at SamuelU85 on Instagram.
I am at IMNMEX, just the letters, would spell out IMNMEX.
And if you want to see Stefan, you've got to come to Strategy Games on Sundays.
Yeah.
He'll be here.
Every Sunday, even when we're closed.
In the meantime, just banging on the
Not
door.
that bored on
He likes
Sundays.
If you wake up like a lost puppy, I gotta paint my model.
But that's it. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in a month. Bye.
Bye.